Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we are unpacking a story that's causing a stir in diplomatic and political circles. President Cyril Ramaphosa's reported plan to appoint a white Afrikaner as South Africa's next ambassador to the United States. Yes, you heard that right. At a time when global geopolitics are increasingly sensitive and South Africa's relationship with Washington is strained, this move has raised eyebrows and sparked plenty of debate. According to a report by the Sunday Times, Ramaphosa is strongly considering 4 prominent white Afrikaner figures to take up the powerful diplomatic position in Washington. This comes in the wake of former Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool being abruptly recalled after delivering a controversial speech in the U.S. Capitol, where he accused former President Donald Trump of fueling a global white supremacist movement. The speech reportedly caused a diplomatic headache for South Africa, leading to his quiet removal. Now, the presidency and the newly appointed Minister of International Relations, Ronald Lamola, are looking for a replacement, and it seems they're considering a bold, possibly strategic move by shortlisting 4 white Afrikaners for the post. Let's break down who's on the list and why this decision might be more than just about filling a vacancy. First on the shortlist is Roelf Meyer, a name that carries significant historical weight. Meyer was a key figure during South Africa's transition to democracy, serving as a negotiator at CODESA, and he worked closely with Ramaphosa during the early 1990s. Back then, Meyer was the National Party's lead negotiator, while Ramaphosa represented the ANC. Despite their political differences, the two built a deep mutual respect that has reportedly lasted to this day. Meyer later became defense minister under the apartheid government, but has since been known for his efforts to build unity in post-apartheid South Africa. His nomination could signal a return to those reconciliation values, something Ramaphosa has often tried to evoke in his presidency. Next is Marthinus van Schalkwyk, another heavyweight with a complex political history. Van Schalkwyk was the last leader of the National Party before it dissolved and merged into the ANC. He went on to serve as Minister of Tourism under the ANC and was even ambassador to Australia. His career represents the political journey from old to new South Africa, making him a symbol, for better or worse, of national transformation. Choosing him could be read as an attempt to show that South Africa's diplomacy is mature, inclusive, and not bound by the racial or ideological past. Then we have Andries Nel, a former Deputy Minister of Justice. He's known for his work on constitutional matters and human rights, and while less high-profile than Meyer or van Schalkwyk, Nel is respected within diplomatic and legal circles. His background in justice might serve well in presenting a principled face of South Africa to a U.S. audience increasingly focused on democracy and global human rights. And finally, Johannes Koonhof. He currently serves as Ramaphosa's parliamentary councillor, but what's more intriguing is his lineage. He's the son of the late apartheid-era Minister Piet Koonhof. Despite that controversial connection, Johannes has managed to build his own career within the ANC, staying out of major scandal and maintaining a relatively low profile. His appointment would be symbolic on multiple levels, a sort of generational redemption, and a powerful message about how far South Africa has come, or perhaps how blurred the lines have become. So why is Ramaphosa, a president who built his reputation on transformation and renewal, now seriously considering these particular candidates? There are a few possibilities. First, it could be a diplomatic chess move. Relations between South Africa and the United States have been frosty for a while, especially around issues like the Russia-Ukraine war, trade tensions, and South Africa's perceived alignment with BRICS nations like China and Russia. By appointing a white Afrikaner, someone who could be seen as palatable or even familiar to American policymakers, Ramaphosa might be trying to smooth things over and present a less ideologically loaded image of South Africa. It also plays into Ramaphosa's broader project of political inclusivity. His presidency has often leaned on the narrative of building a broad church within the ANC and the country at large, accommodating different views, races, and political traditions under one tent. By appointing a white Afrikaner to one of the most prestigious ambassadorial posts, he may be trying to reinforce that image of unity, especially heading into the 2026 elections where the ANC will likely need to appeal beyond its traditional base. But this decision isn't without controversy. Some ANC members are uncomfortable with the idea, arguing that it sends the wrong message, that the party is moving too far from its transformation agenda. Others worry that such a move could alienate black voters who feel the struggle for equity and redress is far from over. And while we are on the topic of diplomacy, it's worth mentioning that Ramaphosa is also reportedly backing Mcebisi Jonas, the former deputy finance minister, to lead a special envoy to the United States. However, that plan hit a snag when an old video surfaced of Jonas calling Donald Trump a racist homophobe. While many South Africans might not disagree with that description, it complicates matters on the international stage and opens the door to backlash from Washington. Some within the ANC are now pushing for Ayanda Dlodlo instead, a seasoned former cabinet minister who currently holds a position at the World Bank. Her experience and international ties could make her a less controversial, and perhaps more strategic, choice. So it's clear, this is more than just a routine diplomatic appointment. It's a high-stakes political calculation with domestic and international consequences. Ramaphosa's decision will tell us a lot about the direction of South African foreign policy, about how the ANC sees its identity in 2025, and about how far the country has really come in confronting, or perhaps reconciling with, its past. The big question now is, who should it be? Roelf Meyer, with his history of peacemaking. Marthinus van Schalkwyk, the political shapeshifter. Andries Nel, the quiet constitutionalist. Or Jihadis Koonhof, the legacy-turned loyalist. And what message would each choice send to both South Africans and the world? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Who would you pick from that shortlist to represent South Africa in Washington, and why? Don't forget to like this video if you found it insightful, share it with others who care about the future of our country's diplomacy, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth political commentary and analysis. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.